Good evening, adventurers, and welcome to Mistress Winter's Court. I am your humble hostess, Mistress Winter, writer, voice actress, and all-around TTRPG hobbyist. You can find me at gmistresswinter on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us, the channel, MW Court on Twitter. You can also watch my Star Trek Adventures game over at Cybernation Uncensored. We only have 4 episodes left, so definitely go give that a watch if you're interested in exploring the Galactic Center. And that is on Thursdays. But thank you for being here. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back, and thank you for your continued support. I am very excited to say that we got our first subscriber back on Wednesday, so things are just looking up for this wonderful little community that we have, and it's starting to build. If you are a newcomer, then let's go ahead and meet our amazing delvers, starting with Abby.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby Marie Carter. I play Ahira in this campaign. You can find me on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter. And for right now, this is all I do weekly. So I hope you continue to join us every Monday. And I can't wait to get into it. Thanks for watching.
Yes, absolutely. And as always, pleasure to have you here. How about our wonderful and amazing tech guy and all-around DM extraordinaire, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I run the OKSDM YouTube channel, and I do too many other things as well. I occasionally on Thursdays, I'm part of a thing called the Game Master Roundtable, where a bunch of people get together and talk about weird homebrew stuff or how to use weird monsters in our game. My YouTube channel has a short where we go way too far off the rails and we just die of laughter. It's a great time. I'm here every Monday night, obviously, and I, in the rest of my time, have been working on creating my own TTRPG system called Setting and Genre Agnostic System, short acronym SAGAs, which Winter, our host, has been so kind to help me design, and it's been an absolute blast. We are inching ever and ever closer to entering the beta test phase, and I'm very excited.
Oh. There was a little bit of a stutter there, so we missed just a little bit of your last bit. Yes, Sagas is really shaping up to be a very interesting and exciting RPG experience. So I am honored to be a part of that development process and excited to see it as it comes out and develops. So thank you for letting me be part of that. All right, thank you. And finally, Joe.
Hello, I'm Joe. And I realized just now that rhymes every single time I say it.
Oh, hey, Joe. You want to give it a go?
What do you know? Sorry. I play Serana, and I am here on Monday nights. That's what day this is. And on Sundays, I am currently in what's the word I'm looking for?
Rebottle?
Reruns, thank you. Thank you much. Reruns.
I'm sure your SNS friends who just rated us would be able to help you out there.
I can feel the anger of, dude!
Space Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel the wrath. I understand. I'll pay my penance later. Anyway, so I play a wizard barbarian in that show on Sundays.
Oh,
and we'll have new episodes coming up soon.
Yeah, got an interesting dichotomy of personality there. It's really interesting.
You just
if
me.
you guys ever want to know, yeah, if you ever want to know what a barbarian wizard looks like, come to Spells and Storycraft on Sundays. She's a mess.
Oh, and so they've been doing reviews of their first season, and they just did the episode that I guest starred in as Flynn's mom, played by Joey, our fourth player, who is again having technical difficulties, and hopefully he will be able to join us here shortly. But yeah, I got to play his mom, Mama Thorn.
It was a good time.
It's a great time. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that intro into tonight's episode of The Facite, Stories from Parasande. And welcome back. Last time on The Facite, our Delvers packed up their gear, recruited a few new faces as extra support as they head into the unknown and mystery of the vault. They found that some bandits, for lack of better label, had beaten them to the entrance, but not made it inside. The group, with Kimberly's help, were able to bypass the front entrance trap and get into the vault at large, finding an army of bronze golems standing stock still and motionless. They migrated into the kitchen and into the quarters, where they ran afoul of a haunt, their first haunt that they've ever experienced. They were able to put the restless spirits to peace, and then continued on to the foundry, where they ran of greater foul of a undead molten blacksmith. And that was a lengthy and costly battle, but they prevailed.
Barely.
And that's where we rejoin them, as they lick their wounds and figure out what to do next. Deacon is slumped against the wall, clearing out his ringing ears, massaging his broken, shattered trachea. Burns across most of his body, turning his green skin dark brown. He's messed up. Kimberly is helping to tend to his wounds, but is not skilled in that particular area.
Can anybody help him? He's really hurting.
Yeah, give me
look-see. And Archie will approach and start to look him over and take out the necessary surgeon's tools from his bandolier.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, sorry. I was like, I can't remember what my HP was. Now I got it. I severed my life link with him because we were out of combat and it didn't make any sense. I might be able to help, but I don't know quite yet how. And I'm just gonna start rifling through my bag in search of something. Anything.
I'm just gonna be near Kimberly, and therefore probably near Archie as well, but like I can't do anything now.
Sure. Serana, you've been accumulating a small satchel of roots and healing crystals for your various practices.
That's what I was looking into. I think she'll probably come across. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just dig in here and get at it.
While she's figuring that out, Archie, if you're going to do some treat wounds,
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a roll. Uh-oh. Do we need to use hero points already?
I believe I used all of mine in the previous battle.
You get one per session, so.
Well, I'm frickin' using it because that was not great.
Was that a?
It was a natural
one. Yeah. That would actually do harm.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill him while I try to fix him. So I'll spend
How does this feel? Stab.
It's feeling better.
You think you nicked an artery?
Do better.
Just squirting out blood.
It's the flesh wound.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
I'll bite your legs off.
Much better. 17 for a success.
All right.
God
So
bless
that's
us,
what,
oh my
2d8?
2d8. He heals 13.
13.
And I can't do that again for him for another hour.
Correct.
Oh, I forgot. So therefore I forgot. But I'm gonna pull a potion out of my bag and be like, oh, actually, I do have something that would help. And it's a minor elixir of life that I will offer.
Ooh, yeah. Essentially, Deacon didn't have any hit points left. We're gonna say if he had one, he was stabilized and brought back. So whatever you just gave him again?
He has a total of 9 now, including that one.
9. Okay.
And I can keep track of Deacon's stuff in Roll20.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I will offer up the minor elixir of life.
Well, considering he's at 9 of 44, might be helpful if you want him to be.
Yeah.
Thanks, Winter's Minx. Has awarded Archie a hero point.
I need it desperately. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Minx.
Okay, I will hand over the minor elixir of life, which means the elixir restores 1d6 hit points, and the bonus is +1. Do I roll for that?
Go for it. Yeah.
You can roll for that? Okay. This might be bad.
We'll find out.
So 5, so 6. Because there's
All
a plus
right.
1. So, woo. And I don't have this anymore.
He's still no tank at this point, which is kind of what we
he's
needed
at
him
least
to
standing.
What's
Some of the burns have scarred over magically. Archie's gotten out like that bit of scrubbing and has scrubbed off some of the burnt flesh and applied bandages and such.
Monotati is gone, right? He only lasts a minute, and Cure Wounds takes 10.
Yes, yeah.
All right, I don't know how much space we have left. We're already looking not good. I can do. It'll take a little bit more out of me than I would have liked, but I think we could all use a little bit more healing.
I appreciate your sacrifice.
I think it might be wise for us to take a short rest of some kind. This is not going to be the last thing we see, and if we keep going, we will be empty and have nothing left.
GM,
Yeah.
can you describe our surroundings?
Yes, I can. I'll give you a little bit of the intro that I have, and then we'll go from there. Just as a kind of a reminder. So there is smelting equipment and cooled vats of bronze that tell the story of this room. Discarded scraps of metal litter the floor, long forgotten to time. The forge that was once glowing as you had entered is now cold, mysteriously. There are behind Ahira are the vats of bronze, the crucibles is what they're called, and an array of semi-intact, some are broken clay pots that act as molds. There are a couple of anvils that you are crowded around in that little alcove, blacksmith tools, and across one of the anvils, the one that the blacksmith had been working at, is the long is comparative to you, anyway, Archie, haft and handle of what looks to be a pick hammer. This thing, as the metal has cooled, looks exquisite, and you can tell from across the room how intricately detailed and well forged this thing is. Down south in the room, you have these golems, these statues in pieces, in various forms of assembly. And then there's a hallway up to your north.
Is the
Oh.
body of the thing we just, that almost killed us, is it still there?
The thing that almost killed you, he is a frozen statue. Everything is frozen except his chain.
Sarana, Ahira, you getting anything magical in this room?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
I don't know.
Sure.
Am I?
Don't ask me.
I'm not asking you.
DM, are we?
Yes, actually. On several of the tables to your south are pouches, and they have a faint aura of magic to them. The almost fully assembled statues to your north, you can see the long faded traces of magical lines and runes that seem to wind around the pieces like circuitry.
I'll point to the pouches and say, those are magical. And I'll point to the golem.
Yeah. And the biggest aura that you see comes from the hook hammer on the anvil. It just radiates.
Okay. So yeah, I'll point to the pouches and be like, those are magical, and turn to the golem and be like, that used to be magical. And then I'll turn around and see the hammer and point to it and say, that's very, very magical.
And sorry, one other thing. The chain that the blacksmith still wields is also magical.
Then I'll also point out the chain.
There you go.
I don't need another weapon. I don't need another weapon. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. I don't need another weapon. But I want the chain. I don't want the chain. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I probably would hit myself in the face with it. Deacon should have it.
I was thinking Deacon could have the hammer. That might be a little more his speed.
One, I'm not touching that thing. Pointing at the chain, which still seems to almost flicker with latent flame. And that thing, he kind of like picks it up in one hand. This is for a smaller guy.
You think I could?
And I'm gonna try to lift it.
It definitely takes two hands. It's definitely a two-handed weapon in at your size. It resembles in form and function a gnomish hook hammer. The handle, the haft of it, is solid, and I mean solid and heavy bronze. It is beautiful. The head is shaped where there's this, the hammer part is almost this open crag. And it extends back into the hook, which is more or less like a mountain peak. And you could swear that tongues of flame lick inside that the crag, the hammer part.
I'm gonna take a step back once I notice the flame.
Well, it's pretty. That's for sure.
And very magical. I don't really know how, but it's got a lot of magic.
If you wish, Ahira, you can give me an arcane. Along the handle, as your fingers kind of touch the bronze, Archie, you see something inscribed in it. Ildjar. So that's Ildjar. Which, if memory serves right, in your long lost tongue, means flame jaw.
Well,
I rolled a 16 for Arcana, by the way.
It's definitely got elemental properties. You can tell that it's got some evocation magic imbued in it, but what exactly those abilities are, you're not sure.
I will share that with Archie and then add that I don't really know what it is, what those things are. Sorry.
well.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, either Arcana or Occult.
Oh, we're going occult.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay, blue dice are coming in clutch yet again this week. That is a 19 on the die, plus 9.
Nice.
So Serrano's got it.
Your budding flame fire nature seems to resonate with it, and when you reach out mentally and touch upon this piece, it responds in kind. Ildjar, or Flamejaw, is a relic, and it has 2 special abilities. Both elemental. The first being Shattered Earth, which I will post in our chat here. And the second, the fire ability, is Flare Bolt.
Okay.
Now, the special thing about relics is that they grow in power with the wielder. So while these are minor abilities currently, with use and highlighting of particular importance, this weapon can gain greater and greater abilities.
Okay. And again, sorry, this is probably gonna sound like a dumb question. Are we referencing the hammer, or are we referencing the other thing?
The hook hammer.
The hook hammer, okay. Serana's just gonna kind of toss it between her hands a little bit. Almost like just... Yeah, this is really powerful. And she's just gonna explain everything and just kind of stare at it for a second. Yeah, no, this is a relic. Kind of like you, Archie.
Oh, ha ha.
What, it's fitting.
Well, if I'm being totally honest, I don't think that thing would do much in my hands. I mean, look, like, I have to use both of my hands to even swing the thing. I'm not known for my strength.
And you look at Archie, he like makes a flex, and you can see his arms are like still like emaciated, just very, very thin. You can see the stringy muscles beneath his skin.
I'm just imagining it going like he like lifts it up and it just
Like in cartoons.
Yes.
Like, what is it, Popeye? You know,
Yes.
until he eats his spinach, and then, yeah.
Above the table, my strength score is 8.
I have a feeling Finn's is in the same ballpark.
What's Serrano's?
It's a 14.
So you're the strongest, because mine's a 12.
Okay.
Serrano with the hammer?
Ah.
This is
Yes?
clearly
You're not
meant
gonna
as a
touch the
weapon.
chain.
Really, Archie.
Well, I mean, it was lying on
Obviously.
an anvil. Usually things that lie on anvils are tools.
Or
Tools can be
weapons.
weapons.
Swords go on anvils sometimes, don't they?
All right. My logic was flawed. I apologize, but you get my point. This is clearly a weapon.
Well, Serrano, do you want it? Or, I don't know, there's the chain over there. I don't know if that's
No,
more suited to you.
Something makes me feel like I need this.
Then take it.
Okay.
It uses fire, so I probably shouldn't be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure, nothing can go wrong with this.
I think it'll come in handy. Hopefully.
What about those pouches in the chain?
Did you want me to look at that too? 'Cause I can.
Well, if you're looking at the chain carefully.
Okay. She's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is fine. We didn't just kill a giant ashen statue guy. Everything is fine. Can I roll again for that? That's me assuming that I can.
Occult or religion?
No, it's a cult. Oh. Okay, that's a 16 plus 9.
This chain gives off heavy necromancy. And is, in a word, bound to the blacksmith. Or more accurately, he is bound to it.
Nope. Nope. This is not coming with us.
I'm gonna go
Maybe
over
it
to the
should.
pouches while Serrano's
Well, I
freaking
mean,
out about the chain.
do I think that like we can control him if it's used? If we have it,
Here's the little hint that I'll give you. As you're examining it, you can see tendrils of undeath leeching from the chain back into him.
We need to destroy this. Right now.
All right, here.
Archie's going to put on a glove, grab the chain, and drag it over the anvil, and look at Serrano, who's still holding the hammer, and say, "Break it."
Ooh. Okay.
That is so ironic. Destroyed by our own creation. I love it.
It's poetic.
It is. Thank you. That's even a better word. Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to roll to hit this thing, or what do you want?
No, you do.
Okay.
You, with the magical hammer, bring it blow by blow down onto the chain. Now, the small bursts and sparks of magic that the two give off as they meet, you're sure that if any normal weapon were to be used in this manner, it would have destroyed itself trying to break this chain. But the magics collide and cancel each other to the point that the chain begins to break. And in one last severing blow, the chain links shatter. And you hear this breathy release, this roar of flame and pain as it escapes its eternal torment. And then all is silent.
Okay. Think we're safe now.
Good work. I think that hammer looks good in your hands.
Thanks. Should we sleep? Are we still thinking about that?
The form of the blacksmith begins to crumble like ash upon itself until it is nothing but a pile. A folded up piece of parchment is all that remains beyond the ash.
This place has way more mysteries than I ever thought it would.
Maybe that's why it's called a vault.
I'll
I'll pick up the note.
Oh, at the same time.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, you can pick it up. I'm wondering what these pouches are doing anyway.
Okay.
The note reads, it's like a page from a journal. This blacksmith.
Wait, what language is the note in?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It would be an ancient halfling.
I would immediately hand it over to Archie and be like,
Yeah, there you
I
go.
can't read it.
Thank you.
It's a page from the journal of a Gipty named Garthol. So-called Garthol the Artificer. Renowned for his crafting and his ability at the forge. This page particularly is of his last days, and that's using the term loosely, because it tells a brief story of a halfling trapped. The frost has come, or the freeze has come, and they are sealed inside. And he is determined to craft a weapon that will allow him to escape. But his obsession with creating just the perfect tool goes beyond madness, and he ends up fading off in his writing. Perhaps, maybe even dying at the forge in which you found him.
Archie folds up the note very slowly.
We will not find any happiness in here.
I don't think that we found any so far anywhere, anyway. So.
Well, I will say that maybe we can take their stories and tell them. Maybe in some way we can set their souls to rest.
I think that's a lovely idea.
Kimberly, remind me to tell you this one when we're out of here.
I would be honored.
I want to investigate the forge that used to be lit and is now cold.
Mm-hmm. With its undead owner now gone, the coals are cold and as solid as ice, as if they've been dormant for millennia.
Archie rubs his hands together. Condensation floats out of his mouth as the room is still as cold as the rest of the facet now.
I was hoping might at least give us some respite to stay around here. Or even better, be the Everfire itself, the thing we're looking for in this place. But nope, it was all Garthol, this obsessed smith. Ahira, find anything out about those pouches?
I will need an arcane or occult.
It's the same, so.
Okay.
I can do math. 18.
Okay. These pouches are what remain of runestones that have been ground up and powderized, creating rune dust. Of the several pouches, only 2 are still viable.
I will pick up the 2 that are still viable and kind of turn back to the group and say, it's rune dust. So it's ground up runes. These are the only 2 that work anymore, but I guess we could take them.
Does everyone here know something I don't? What's rune dust?
So, it's not something that any of you have had your hands on, but Ahira, you might have learned a little bit of this from Delalore, just in your arcane studies, that sometimes with the destruction of a magical item or a runestone itself ground into powder, like this is, the resulting dust can be applied to give the item that it is applied to a temporary rune. In this case, one of the pouches can apply the slick rune to armor for 1 hour. And it has 3 uses. And the other can provide the resilient rune, again for 1 hour, 3 times.
So I've gone a little spiel about rune dust, and essentially, like, it works sort of like runes. Less so, but they usually happen when somebody deliberately slams up a rune, or sometimes when a magical item is destroyed. So you can take the dust and apply it to things, and it gives runes. This one's a slick rune. We can use it for armor, and then this one is a resilient rune. So it can be applied to things to help, just kind of like a rune.
That's quite a find. I'm sure they'll come in useful at some point. I just
Need to look up what exactly those things do real quick.
So
Just immediately breaks up. I just need to hold on.
the resilient rune grants the wearer a +1 item bonus to saving throws. The slick rune gains a +1 item bonus to acrobatic checks to escape and squeeze. Makes y'all slippery. Slippery when wet. And rune dust can be applied not only to armor, but to worn items. So, like a pair of boots, or gloves, or bracers, or clothing, or whatever. You just get the bonus for 1 hour.
I think we save at least the resilient one for when we know what comes next. I think we save it for when we finally have the Everfire and we're going to the Rift.
I think that's a good idea. Do you want to hold on to them, or should I, or should Serana, or they
Yeah,
could both come in handy.
I can hold on to him. I have space.
I will hand them over. Hand over the 2 little pouches. I guess I don't know that they're little. How big are the pouches? Can't be very big.
Yeah, they're
room.
not bigger than a belt pouch or so.
So they are little pouches. Should we keep going? Or should we rest? Should we keep going to find a place to rest? Or...
In this investigation and chatter, have we taken some form of rest?
You can if you would like.
I vote yes.
Is there a short rest in Pathfinder 2nd Edition?
I think we've talked about this before.
We definitely have, and I just forgot.
Not really. Because really, you have to rest the 8 hours to regain your hit points and such.
All right. Is anybody else injured? Badly?
It's just a scratch.
No, it's not. Your arm is off.
I'll be fine.
I'm not injured at all.
And as Stouffer in our chat says, refocus is probably the closest to a short rest. And yeah, I think that just gives you a focus point.
And reduces my curse.
Ooh!
Oh, that's true.
We should both do that.
Yeah, you can both take
Nah.
10 minutes to recover if you'd like. But...
It's 10 minutes!
No, because the curse really, really helps me once it gets bad. It
That's
both
true.
helps me and hurts me, like, a lot.
Okay, alright. Sounds good.
I can't heal, but the heal spell uses D12s instead of D8s. Which is a huge jump.
Fine. We won't refocus just yet.
You can. I mean...
No.
Okay.
Same problem.
All right.
I hear it's just like...
Well, and I didn't really get to talk about it last time, but I think how does Archie's curse manifest physically? Like, what does he look different? Is it just exhaustion? Like, what does it look like on him?
He just looks... And he normally looks, like, really old and sort of emaciated and weak, and all of that just gets worse the worse his curse gets. His face gets more sunken. You can see more of his bones underneath his skin. His skin loses a bit more of its color.
I think the way Serana's curse has always looked, at least in my mind, is it's almost like a blackness that kind of starts enveloping her slowly. So it just starts kind of creeping, like maybe there's like a line on her hand or something, but it's just this weird, and it's difficult to see because you're all wearing gloves. She probably has no idea that this is happening, but yeah, at some point she's gonna notice. At some point. When it gets to my neck.
Alright. So, no resting then.
No, not here. We've got a
Okay.
whole
Sleep till
dungeon ahead
Brooklyn.
of us. We've only done like 4 rooms.
Well, to be fair, you hit some pretty big ones.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he's not little. Well, he was like a dwarf or something, so I guess he was little. The fire blacksmith dude is hopefully the nastiest thing or the strongest thing that we're gonna face. That's my hope. It's probably a stupid hope, but that's my hope.
So, are we moving forward? What are we doing?
Well, first of all, how are you feeling, Deacon? I could still do more if you...
I'm feeling pretty awful. Yeah, just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let... Okay.
No. I got this.
Okay.
And she's just gonna whip out a crystal. Just look at him, and likely in this society, it's looked at the exact same way it's looked at now, or it's like, you've got to be kidding me. But she's gonna pull it out, and she's just going to come up to him. Is he still sitting on the ground?
Sure.
Okay, she'll just kind of plop down next to him and like take his hand and like put the crystal in his hand, and she's just like, okay, this is how this works at home. I'm still pretty new at this. Okay. And from what I understand of crystal healing, which is a feat that I have, it depends on the value of the crystal. And that's how much healing it does. I don't know how much my crystals are valued.
Are you an expert in occultism?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Like 90% sure.
So, you need at least 2 semi-precious stones with a total value of 5 gold pieces or more. If you use crystals in excess of 50 gold pieces, you start gaining bonuses. But as you probably don't have that at current, you can use the crystals in place of healer's tools to... Oh, I'm sorry. So, which allow you to attempt to treat disease or poison with occultism rather than medicine. So, it actually would not help with treat wounds.
Damn it! Okay, the instant she recognizes that, she's just gonna pull her crystal back and stare at it like... It would work if you were dealing with other things, but this just isn't the right thing. Okay, I'm sorry. She's just gonna get up and walk away. I tried!
Have we been hanging out in this room for an hour?
Very near. Did you want to wait for an hour and then...
I'm double checking that it's an hour and not a day, or...
I'm pretty sure it's only an hour.
It's an hour.
Yeah.
So after an hour, I'll go check up on Deacon and say, okay, that neck of yours is not feeling great, is it?
Voice a little. It's hard to speak sometimes.
All right. Here, you stay there. I'm gonna stand behind you, and I need you to relax, right? Do you trust me?
I mean, sure.
And I'm going to use my risky surgery ability and try to snap his neck back in place.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. Yes, sure.
So what risky surgery does is it gives me let's see, I think it's like a plus a bunch on the check. And
plus a bunch.
Plus numbers.
Like you said. Surgery.
But if I succeed, it's an automatic critical success. Okay, yeah, plus 2.
So when you treat wounds, you deal 1d8 slashing damage to your patient just before applying the effects of treat wounds. If you do, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to your medicine check to treat wounds. And if you roll a success, you treat it as a critical success.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
Do
so
it.
with a total of
So
plus
I'll
10 and
roll
a
the
DC
damage,
of...
which is going to be 3.
Let's see. I think it's worth it. I'm going to try to do an expert treat wounds. So the DC goes from 15 to 20, but if I succeed, I get an extra plus 10 for the healing.
Do it.
All right, here we go.
I mean,
I have one
case,
hero
you
point.
Kill Deacon, you know.
Yeah.
Oopsies. Just snap his neck.
I swear to
right.
God.
I swear I can put it back together.
No!
Yes, success, 22.
So that is considered a critical success.
Uh-huh. So I
Yay.
get 4d8
All of his
plus
chakras
10.
are aligned now.
Oh,
All of them.
Plus 10. Oh, that's
Oh.
pretty awesome.
Oh wow, good roll too. That is
it's hard.
34, which brings him back to full.
Yes, it does.
Yay! Deacon's
We love it.
okay.
We love it. We need it.
Ooh. Wow. That feels amazing. Ooh. You know what? I could probably start singing now.
Oh god, don't make me break it.
Ah, man. Thanks, Doc.
My pleasure. We kind of need you. Not gonna lie.
Well, now I'm ready to go. Shall we?
I'm ready.
All right, where are we going? We got that hallway just over my shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, is wherever we haven't been yet. Let's not go back to that haunt with the bed and the sad stuff. Didn't like that.
Definitely don't want to see that again. Nope.
Yeah, you're. Yarp. Make
I
a
can
light.
see in the dark.
So can I?
Here. And Archie will summon his lantern.
Okay. Your token is already emitting light, so all you have to do is follow up.
Can't see.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Wrong map.
Oh, really? Oh, that's why. That's right. I put you back on the start screen. Here you go.
I was like, I don't know where we're going. I think only Winter can see it.
Ah.
Oh, there's George.
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 We need to make sure George stays away from the fighting.
That'll be your job, Hero.
Join us. Okay, I can do that.
Okay, I guess we'll go that way then.
Oh, which way did you go, George? All right. Next room. Ooh. Let's see.
I was wondering where Deacon went.
Yeah, I was like,
All right. The furniture of this office has lasted a millennia. A stone table allows for a central workspace. Scrolls litter the various surfaces.
Interesting.
And Archie will immediately go over to the scrolls.
Okay. They look extremely brittle.
Can I see what's written on them without touching them?
There is a tome that is laying open. A quick glance at it will show you pictures and diagrams that have been scrolled kind of haphazardly on its pages. Symbols that are kind of foreign, even as they are interspersed with Gipti wording and numerals. Notes on elemental reactions and some looks like magical design. But none of it is coherent to the layman. It's hard because Ahira or maybe even Serana would be able to pick out some of those nuances, but they don't know the language.
Right.
So
This was indeed a workshop. Rhett was right. They came here regularly to work, not just to hide away powerful artifacts. I can't really tell what these are. They're like research notes or something. Onward.
Seems like the best plan.
there is, as you start down that hallway, you do notice a key ring hanging on the wall right about there.
Ahira, can you reach that?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This iron key looks pretty nondescript.
It's a key. I got it. There's nothing real special about it, it seems.
I think there will be.
I'm gonna slip it like in my pocket. One of the many pockets my dress has.
The hallway is narrow and tight for those of the Longshank's persuasion. So, and Deacon has a little bit of, kind of had to shuffle through a little bit, his shoulders brushing the cobblestone walls. He makes it, though, to the door, which looks like solid iron. And he wrenches at the handle.
Hold on.
Do we need a key?
I think we need to check for traps first.
Okay.
There's a sound of creaking metal, and he stops and he turns around holding the handle.
You...
Sorry.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be the one to go through doors first.
He motions, after you.
Here, you're not going in first. What if something's on fire? No, immediately no.
Okay, well, I have the key. Maybe.
Well, it doesn't really matter with the door handle, does it?
Well, we might just not be getting into this door. I don't know.
Is
I don't
the
know how to
lock
get
on the
through this
door like a bolt, or is it part of the handle?
It's a bolt. It's a separate mechanism, yeah.
Oh, so we can maybe still get in. Should I try the key? Does someone else want to try the key?
You're the strong one,
I'll-
Serana.
It's fine. Let's try the key.
I'll hand the key over to Serana. Also, did Kimberly come with us, or did she like stay back in the other room?
No, she's kind of hovering around at the back.
Gotcha. Just curious. Trying to keep track of all the party members.
So you're gonna advance forward and insert the key, which it goes in. You know, they weren't very sophisticated back in 30 millennia back. But as you turn the key, it's met with resistance, and the lock does not open.
This is not the right key. Oh!
Can I
Hey,
cast
Archie.
detect magic on the door?
What kind of knowledge check?
Can I cast a detect magic on the door?
Yes, absolutely. And it is not magical.
Okay. Well, it was
Archie,
worth a shot.
you have those thieves tools, right?
Lock repair kit, thank you.
Archie pulls out his thieves' tools.
Now, the a little bit more detail about the door itself, and one of the reasons that the handle came off so easily. You can feel heat radiating through the metal, and the edges, the door frame has rusted under the constant high temperatures.
How far back can you feel the heat?
Mostly just right next to it.
Okay.
I think we found what we're looking for. This door is hot. Deacon,
Black fire?
like fire. Like ever fire, hopefully. You might want to take a few more steps back, Ahira. Deacon, why don't you come back up here for a sec?
I don't know if I want to get burned again, but, you know, I guess that's what I'm here for.
Don't worry, apparently cracking your neck heals burns, so that's good to know.
Those still hurt, by the way.
Well, then I'll take a look at them in a second.
And I'm going to start picking the lock.
All right. Give me your thievery. Thievery!
Natural 20, 26.
Yes!
How can I not give it to you?
I'm obsessed.
Is this like a lock I've seen before, maybe?
I mean, there is a certain familiarity to it as you begin to work its mechanisms, and you're almost taken back those 30 millennia, back to when you had your old life, and the whether or not you were going to be assassinated by some rival mafia gang, you know, was your biggest worry. And you begin popping the tumblers, the very rudimentary tumblers inside it, until with a little bit of force, you click it open. The handle, though rusted in its place, unclenches. The door comes free. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break. We didn't take one last week, so I wanted to go
That's
ahead
true.
and-
We fought right through.
Yeah, we did. So I want to give you guys a chance to get some water, use the restroom, along with our audience. And we will be back in 10 minutes. And we'll come back right at the half hour. So thank you all for being here. We hope you'll stick around to see what's behind the iron door in the vault. We'll see you then. And welcome back, adventurers. The door creaks as it swings ever so slightly on its hinges. Are you going to open it further?
Archie will gently place his foot against the bottom part of the door and push slightly.
It takes a little bit more effort, as this door has not been opened in 30 millennia. But with a nice heavy effort, it creaks open loudly. Heat throws a sucker punch. A glance through the room reveals edges of metal tables that have turned to carbon, and side cabinets that have turned to charcoal. The source of the inferno in this room is immediately obvious. The glowing orb of liquid flame floating in the furthest alcove, suspended above the center of a magic circle.
Is anybody else having difficulty breathing?
So Rana's just gonna lean over his shoulder, and by that I mean crouch down and lean over his shoulder. And just say, I think that's the thing we've been looking for. Maybe.
Right. Let's see if there's a way to move it.
You gonna move inside?
Archie will move inside.
Okay. Give me a fortitude save, if you will, please.
Of course.
Hey, does this count as fire?
Kinda does.
So I get a -1. I'd get a -1.
Or is that
Stay
just the damage?
outside.
Yeah, that's just the damage. It doesn't apply to your fortitude save.
Oh,
This is a good thing. You should be celebrating.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Hey!
I didn't know. It
Yeah.
was taking me a minute to process. I'm slow today. I'm sick.
You're right. You're right.
I got
just
a
didn't know that.
17 on the fortitude save.
Okay. The heat is immense. But your skin hasn't started to blister yet.
Okay.
Don't like the use of yet.
On the tables are various pieces and scraps of metal, canisters, pots.
Is anyone else moving forward into the room?
That's a good question.
And or can I get past the people that are in front of me to get into the room?
I'm going.
Can I get past Deacon? I think
Deacon
Deacon
will-
is in my way.
Move in and to the side, trying to survey the room.
I'm gonna move in.
Roll. Archie, if you could, or Dennis, will you roll Deacon's Fortitude, if you will, please, when you get a chance.
Oh, that's right. I have a way to do that.
Yeah.
And I got a 27 for my Fortitude save.
It is
I'm-
uncomfortable, but oddly enough, you're handling it pretty well.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay. Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 1. Back to the group you go. Okay, hang on.
I think George is gonna stay out in the hallway.
It's probably a safe bet. He's not very keen to move forward into that heat, so he just kind of skitters backwards and.
That's better.
Deacon's save is a 21.
Okay, also good.
22.
Very good. That's what you gonna do.
Archie's going to immediately, seeing how hot it is in here and wanting to spend as little time in this room as possible, is going to immediately start looking around for, as fast as he can, he wants to find a way to move this thing or transport it somehow or find any information about it.
For that, I'm going to need... What's going to work here best? A crafting check.
Yikes. Oh, doesn't matter. Natural 20 for 21.
Nice.
What is up?
I needed it
man.
desperately.
Yeah, you are on fire tonight.
Not yet. I haven't failed the fortitude save yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Gets the operative word.
There is, among the scrap and the vials and the various melted lab equipment, there is what look like 2 pieces of a sphere is the best way to describe it. Now, just looking at them, they it wouldn't you wouldn't put 2 and 2 together in a way, but your keen mind for mechanics and mechanisms and stuff like that know that if you put them together, it would seal over the ball of flame floating there.
And how big is this ball of flame? Are we talking like 5 feet across, 1 foot across?
It is about 1.5 feet.
Okay.
Deacon, we're gonna put these two things around that. Need your help.
Serious?
Yes, this is why we're here.
Is it the Everflame? Did we find it?
I mean,
That's what that is?
I assume so. It's unbearably hot in here, and we're looking at a floating ball of molten lava on fire that's been floating
Yeah.
there for... yes.
I don't really
Yes.
know what else it could be, but I just wanted to check.
Oh man, that is really uncomfortable.
Yep.
The two pieces of the orb have little spindles in the center, and the overall makeup of the sphere, the whatever metallurgy was worked into this, and it might even be something magical, but it has been unaffected by both time and the heat.
Alright. Let's see if we can get this thing inside. Hold it up in front of your face as you approach.
Okay. It's kind of like trying to have a hat in front of a monsoon, but sure.
I like your analogies, but
do I get the sense that getting closer to this thing is going to hurt?
Yes.
okay. Hey, hang on. I don't want to. Let's see if. What is this thing?
And I'm gonna gesture towards the statue.
Looks like one of them golem things that we've been seeing all over the place.
All right. They had rods to go with the other ones, right? Let's see if we
Yeah.
can find a rod for this one too. It also looks unaffected by the heat, right? GM.
Yes. And how do we figure that out?
I don't know. First, start looking for something like. Here, you still have that rod from the last room?
I had a
Is it-
rod from the last room. I believe you. I just didn't write it down, and I'm very forgetful.
I know we picked up a rod from the first room with like 30 of these golems.
Yes, you did.
So let's
And if
claim
you
that I have it.
kept it, that's absolutely viable.
Yeah, so we're looking for something like that in here, hopefully.
I could see Ahira keeping it for like zero reason, just cause. Just to have, you know?
So you're gonna inspect the statue?
Yes.
Okay. The heat intensifies as you make your way toward the south end of the room. The funny thing is that the walls at the southern end of the room look melted. Like the stone has like been melting over the millennia. Not completely slagged, but this heat has definitely been eating away at it. But the golem is untouched. Looking around for the correlating symbol, as you saw on the ones in the front room, you find not a number, but a letter. in Gipti, it's the letter H.
All right. We're looking for a rod. Hopefully it's going to have symbols sort of like 3 parallel lines and a single horizontal one between the 2 on the left.
Okay. We're gonna have to go all the way back to the front room?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Why don't we just... I know it's gonna hurt, but why don't we just get this contained and...
All right.
Forget the
let's do
golem.
it.
But well, okay.
What?
No, you don't want to. It's fine. You're volunteering to hurt yourself to do it, so I don't really care.
Okay, it's kind of like one of those bandages. You just rip it off, go.
What?
Upon
It's
hearing-
fire? It could be way worse.
It could be ripping off your whole skin.
Upon hearing this nonchalant simile that Deacon is making, I'm gonna go,
Ahira, what was your idea? Because if it involves us not doing this, I'm all ears.
Well, I was just thinking if we can figure out how to get the golems to work. It's clearly unaffected like the rest of the rooms, and I sincerely doubt the people, the Gypsies that made this or interacted with this were the ones touching it. So maybe the golem could, if we can figure out how to get it to work, which maybe we need the rods to do that. Maybe the golem could do it for us, put it in the little container thing, and then no one gets hurt. But I don't know how they work.
That's a good point. You know what? Yeah. I like your plan. We found the Everfire. We know where it is. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Here, let's talk in the hallway. I don't like this room.
This is the most I've ever sweat in my entire life, and I don't know how I feel about it.
It's quite uncomfortable.
Salty.
Alright.
once we're back out into the other room, I'll close the door mostly, if I can, because there's no handle now.
Sure.
And I will turn to the rest of the party.
Okay. So, I'm thinking that with your suggestion, Ahira, we might be looking at the wrong tools here. Like, we came here for this Everfire, right? We don't know what it is or how to use it, and it could be something well beyond any of our comprehension. However, we also found a small army of golems. I think that would be just as helpful, if not more so, in helping us get to the rift and maybe helping seal it. Either way, I think we should learn how to control them if we can.
I think it might be helpful to have both. Because I don't think the golem are gonna be able to fight shadows, which is kind of what we're up against. But also, they can't be touched by the fire, and it couldn't hurt.
Right. Well, having at least one of them to carry this thing will be useful.
So, we gotta figure out how they work.
Alright. Serana, you're awfully quiet. You alright?
Yeah, I just... I don't know, it feels like we've reached the end. I don't know, it almost feels like a trap.
I mean, you could be right. Tampering with the golems might wake all of them, and then we'll be screwed.
Maybe we should go explore a little bit more and continue thinking about it, and then come back after we've looked around a little bit more.
Alright.
Okay. We just don't have a lot of time.
That's right, we do have a time constraint, don't we?
We
We have
still
a
haven't
little
made
bit
it
of-
to the rift. And we have a week.
If I remember right,
Have we spent a day or 2 days?
Muted.
You're muted, yeah.
You've spent a day. Like,
we've
because you
day?
you've rested once, but yeah, you've barely gone 24 hours since you met the Nemesis.
Okay. So we have 6 days before the rift stabilizes. Do we know how long we've been in the vault?
Probably
Is there
about
any indication?
2 hours, maybe.
Oh, okay. So we have 6 days before the rift stabilizes. We haven't made it to the rift yet, and I don't know what that's going to entail or how long that's going to take,
that's a good
especially
point.
when we get there. But I think exploring more isn't a bad idea. We just definitely need to be conscious of our time, because I'd rather not be up against the time constraint that Nemesis person sort of person gave us.
No, you're right. I like it. As much information as we can get, and quickly. I think we can't leave things inside here unturned. Alright.
Alright. So
Let's golems first. Maybe they can help us unlock stuff in here as well.
I don't see why not.
okay.
All right.
Alright.
Well, I will pull all of you to the golems.
Oh, good. Because I was gonna try
Thank
to
you.
trace myself
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Give me 2 shakes.
Two shakes.
Yeah. There you go.
And if I recall correctly, there was like this, just this pile of rods with
Yes.
symbols
Yep.
corresponding to each individual golem.
Alright.
Yep.
Hira, which one did you have?
They were numbers?
3.
3.
Alright, I'll see if I can find it. Gipti runes are not the same as yours.
And I'll try to inspect the golems and try to find golem number 3.
All right. As you know, people try to be a little bit organized about this kind of thing. The third one is right in the center.
Alright,
Should
it's
we?
this one.
Should I give it the rod? Is there like a place to put the rod for the golem, or like their hand?
Not that you can see now.
Okay.
Try
I want to walk over to it with the rod.
Okay.
tapping it maybe? I don't know. See what you can find.
Okay. I will literally take the rod and just kind of gently, like, almost knighting it. But not that precise, just kind
I
of
done
gently
the animate.
tapping the shoulders. trying not. I'm not doing it hard, but just with the rod.
Oh, that was good. I like that. All
Anything
right.
happens.
Yeah. Let's see. You tap the statue with the rod. There is an exchange of energies, albeit faint, and you see some of the runes and magical pathways light up very briefly. The golem twitches in its stance. What's your AC, Ahira?
No.
What is my AC? 19?
Okay. Its fist swings out and connects, nearly breaking a rib and dealing 8 points of damage.
Jesus Christ! So much. Hey, cool. I can do basic math. I'll like stumble back and like, oh, careful! And like the wind is knocked out of me.
At which point, the statue tumbles into a pile.
Oh, jeez,
No.
these things are old. You alright, Ahira?
I just need to get my breath back. I'll be fine. A little hurt, but it's okay. And breathing like clearly hurts. Or whatever she does in lieu of breathing. I don't know if she fully breathes.
That's honest and fair.
Archie's going to inspect the statue turned pile of stuff and try to figure out if this was as well as the statue next to it, and try to figure out if this was a one-time thing or if this is going to happen pretty much every statue we try to mess with.
Gonna need either a crafting or an arcana.
Crafting 10.
The manufacture of these golems, it's really hard to say. Ahira, you can also attempt the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I
Yeah.
give it a shot? Where? There it is. 19?
As you go around to the various statues, you will notice imperfections, breaks, faded runes that denote catastrophic failure in just about all of them.
It seems that this is going to happen with all of them. Either they're just too old, or maybe they weren't completed properly. Probably that they're too old, but all of them have breaks or cracks or faded rooms, and because they're metal, I can't fix them.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. So, but the one back in the other room was standing next to a bunch of fire and hasn't. Like that
Correct.
one's fine.
True.
I mean, I guess we could go back and inspect that one.
Let's explore a little bit and then go back there.
Okay.
Agreed.
But pretty much all of these golems are most likely gonna fall to pieces if we try to bring them back. There might be rooms that could be added to fix them, but I'm not that knowledgeable or skilled to know or to be able to do it.
I'm going to search the pile of rods for one with the Gipty letter H on it.
All of the rods that you find are numbered. Yeah.
All right. Explore it is. Let's start.
Where haven't we been?
We started by taking every
wherever we
left
can't see.
turn.
So you've done everything to the west, I will say. You've got the North Passage, and then you've got the east past where you came in.
We took every left turn. Let's go back to the entrance and take every right turn.
Sounds good.
All right.
Where did George go?
I've got him. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
I've been trying to move them so you don't have to move quite as many.
All right. Deacon approaches the door, tries the handle. Think it's unlocked.
Locked or unlocked?
Unlocked.
I'll open it.
Carefully. Please.
Kind of pushes against the stone door. All right. The room has the look of a storage area. From the remaining pieces of crating littered about. Strangely, though, even 30,000 years later, smoke still bellows from a pile of smoldering debris on the south wall.
That seems odd.
Trash fire?
For 30,000 years? That seems excessive.
That's a little bit.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the smoldering fire thing? Easy?
Yes.
Oh.
Give me one. Just me, you know, not getting my bestiary put together, possibly.
No.
Oh yes.
Excuse me?
All right. There we go.
Internal screaming ensues.
I've already taken damage.
I'm going to need initiatives.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
As
An answer about the detect magic.
Ahira, you step forward to detect magic, and in response, flames, green, sickly flames flare up from the debris and take on a weird bestial shape.
I don't want it.
Just
Yeah,
no, I'm good.
this is it.
Oh,
Don't want it.
I don't want to go on the cart.
Roll initiative.
Don't worry, you'll be dead in a moment.
I feel fine. I could go for a walk.
I feel
Oh.
happy.
Okay, that is.
That was not good.
So I'd like to preface this initiative roll by saying I did the salt test on these dice. These are the best balanced dice I own.
That you have.
With that being said, natural
Oh, no.
20 for a 26.
Okay, I thought I was going the other direction.
No.
I was like,
I rolled 5. So I get 12.
All right, Serana, sorry.
hold on.
Okay.
I gotta do math really fast. I think I did it right, but I also don't want to be dumb.
Ahira, you said 12?
Yeah.
Archie?
Okay.
So what was yours? What was yours, Archie?
26.
Serana?
22.
Deacon?
Oh, yes, Deacon.
Now roll for Kimberly.
Can we have George stay out in the hall?
They can.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I think when this thing shows up, Ahira will tell George to go into the hall.
All right. Yeah.
There it is. 16 for Deacon.
Oh no, what did you just...
All
And they're
right.
We should go
fire
explore,
too,
they
aren't
said. It'll be fun, they said.
Sorry, what was Deacon?
You'll make money, they said.
16.
Okay.
And they're fire
Oh,
too,
hi,
aren't
hello.
they?
Don't forget you have your pin.
Yeah, which adds...
Yes.
I don't remember what it
Isn't it
does.
+2 or a?
Or something, or takes 2 damage.
It's resistance
2
fire
damage.
2.
Yeah,
So you have resistance fire 1, technically.
yeah.
All right, Archie, you're up first. As this bestial flame ignites in the middle of the garbage, and 2 rats born of flame crawl their way out of the debris.
Um, I will. I will back up because I'm still not looking good from like all the nasties that we've dealt with already.
Yeah.
I'll back up all the way to here, and
Yep.
I will spin my lantern, and 2 little balls of guidance float over to Serana and Ahira.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Guidance and guidance. And then... Alright. It is the flame's turn. As it... scuffs its front paws as they might be kind of and shoots out debris in a shotgun blast out in front of it.
Glad I backed up. Jeez.
That is... I need a reflex save from
Hira?
Serana and Ahira.
+1s to both of those. And then your guidance goes away.
Reflex save.
Oh god.
Hero points?
Uh-huh.
16. Do I need to use a hero point? I don't
Well,
think we're gonna get better than this.
if you're going to use it, then you got to use it. Otherwise, I'm dealing your damage.
I'm gonna use my hero point, which means I won't have any hero points left. But you know,
Okay.
I rolled a 2 for a. I think I got to a 10 with the guidance. Well,
God
that
is
was
telling me
better.
not to re-roll. I'm not re-rolling. What's my damage?
Okay. All right.
19.
Nice.
Save.
Yes.
So you only take 7, whereas Serana takes 14.
Uh-oh.
So I only take 6
You take
because
7.
of the fire damage.
Oh yes, yeah, only
The
6.
fire resistance.
Yeah, only 6. You're right.
Oh,
But with
God.
your fire
Oh,
weakness...
wait, no, it is not fire. It is piercing. So it's still 7.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Sorry.
You tried.
Serana, you're up.
Okay. Clearly, fire is not going to work in this situation, is it? No!
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
What a useful, shiny new weapon we have.
What a useful weapon that's gonna sit on my hip. Alright. Let's see. I have not regained any of my spell slots. And I only have 1 left. Oh wait, well no. Technically I have... yeah, that's not gonna be much of anything. And also no.
12. 11.
Forced Mercy. I'll use my last spell slot.
Okay.
And I think that's a will
will
save
Yeah.
of 16, DC 16.
Saves.
Damn it.
What happens if it's successful?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Because I think it's only if they... Or no. Let's see.
All right, you look that up. Kimberly is going to move in and take a shot at the creature. And miss.
Was it a critical success or just a success?
Just a success.
They are still affected for 1 round.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. That will then bring us to the Cinder Rats. One's gonna rush for Deacon. And one for Serana. Miss on Serana. It's probably a hit on Deacon for...
AC's 20.
Yeah. A creature that enters the aura, or begins its turn. Okay. Let's see, that's a D8 plus. So that's 9. And 1 persistent fire as Deacon is ignited.
Oh, of course he is.
I'd like to stay far, far away from the cinder rats, please.
Uh-huh.
Far
As
away
one
from
is
the cinder
right
rats,
beside
yeah.
me. Yeah.
And persistent damage means he takes it again at the top of his turn, right? Just 1?
Yep. Yep.
I think the cinder rats have German accents.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't. I'm sorry.
All right. Serana, you have been given a second wind.
Oh, yes.
So that is your constitution times your level. Kind of like if you've rested, but it's temporary hit points. They will last 1 hour or until they are expended.
You're amazing, Slayer.
Oh my
Thanks,
gosh.
Yes.
That's my
so
friend
great.
Spence. Thanks, Spence. Thank you so much. Okay, so say that one more time. It's my constitution.
Times your level. So it's like you've rested a night, but it's only temporary.
Okay. And they're temp. Okay.
Deacon.
You know what Deacon's gonna do. Well, after
What
taking
is
fire
Deacon gonna
damage
do?
and something I heard about an aura.
Yes. I need a fortitude save, please.
Oh wait, no, he rolls in here. It's a
23?
23.
That's good. He's good.
Cool. Hopefully the fire rat is less good after Deacon attacks it 3 times. First attack is a 16.
That's a hit.
Amazing. 15 damage.
Nice.
So much.
Also a hit.
Second attack is a 22 and for 16
Minus
damage.
16. Okay.
And the third attack is... Are you sure it's taking subtractions out of this?
Oh, wait. Give me... I'll roll these. Hold on. Because the cinder rats are constantly surrounded by smoke, which means that you have to roll a flat d20.
Like with that stupid shadow
Alright,
dragon.
So that
You're
last
the light
attack
center.
does
Right.
not hit.
Okay.
But
That's still
the
a
other
lot of
two
damage.
The other
yeah,
two
it
do.
is.
Yeah, he totaled 31 damage in these 2 strikes.
You know,
that's a
I
lot of
think
damage.
that is grounds enough to finish that little bastard. Anyway,
That's amazing.
Amazing.
in a couple quick strokes, Deacon slices the rat 3 ways to Sunday, and it falls apart into embers and coals that quickly cool on this flagstone.
That's his turn.
All right. Then we go to Akira.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna cast Sudden Bolt on the one in front of the dude, the main, the non-cinder rat.
Okay.
I'm just casting a spell. I don't think I've done this yet with the hero. What do I add? What do I add to it?
What are you using?
I'm casting a spell.
Force bolt, right? Or phase bolt?
Sudden bolt.
Sudden
It's a
bolt.
level 2 spell.
And it says spell attack?
No, I'm not doing spell strike. I'm just casting a spell.
No, in its description, does it say spell attack?
No.
What does it say?
You call down a small bolt of lightning on the target, dealing 4d12 electricity damage.
Okay, so they just get a reflex save, I assume.
Oh, okay.
Sudden.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I'm sure it does somewhere. Yeah, it's just a basic saving throw.
Okay, cool.
All right, what's your spell DC?
I think it's a 17. Yes.
Okay.
Come on, fail. Come on, please.
That is not a fail, so it'll take half damage.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
So, roll 4d12 and have it?
Yep.
Go for it. Yeah.
Alright.
4d12. That's an ass load of damage.
I know, right? And I rolled really well. Here's the math. 12, 12, 24 plus 11 is 35.
Yeah.
Plus 9 is 40.
44. So
44,
half
half
is
that.
22 damage. Ow!
12, 12, 11, 9? That's insane.
That's freaking amazing. All right.
It would have been
Yeah,
better
yeah.
if you failed, but
You yeah, would have. But you've heard it bad.
I don't have any more spell slots.
Not completely understandable. Do you want to describe your spell there real quick, though?
Yes. So, Akira, kind of in a fit of panic, just kind of looks at this thing that's in front of her that has already hurt her, and takes her needle spear, points it at it, and a bolt of lightning shoots out of it and just lights the dude up with electricity,
Yes.
dealing quite a lot of damage.
Fantastic. Yes. It does manage to avoid the central strike point, but gets severely damaged by the blast of it. Awesome. Archie, back up to the top.
Archie is going to, knowing that he is not the best when it comes to actually dealing damage, he is just going to cast a guidance on Ahira from his spot way in the back of the room, and he is going to cast a forbidding ward again for Serana,
Okay.
protecting her from the rat specifically.
Okay.
So anything you roll against the rat, so your AC and saves get a +1 for all of the rat's stuff, as long as I'm concentrating on it.
Sounds good. The fire beast, if it can be called that, kind of rounds on its forepaws, and a line of fire like napalm just ejects. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's going to be at Ahira and Archie. I need reflex saves, please.
She threw.
Please, God.
I have guidance, right?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So you get a +1.
21.
Good. Okay. So half damage.
Oh god, that's still. Okay, that's fine.
14.
Oof. 13 damage is the total. So
Is that 7 again?
yeah, Hera, you'll take 6, and
Oh, 'cause
Archie,
it's
you'll
fire?
take 13. Oh yes, this one is fire, so you will reduce it by 1.
Okay, so I get to take.
But your
Well,
weakness.
Her weakness is canceled out by the totem she's wearing.
Yeah, so I
Which-
just get a +1 because
Resistance,
of the.
yeah.
Yeah. +1 resistance instead of +2 resistance because I have a -1
Right. Okay. Okay.
towards damage to fire because I'm a doll. So instead of. Yeah, so instead of taking 5, I'll take 6. Because, like, if I. Because of the 2 protection, 1 cancels out. So I have 6.
So you'll take 5 instead of 6.
No, I'll take 6, right?
You reduce the damage by 1 because you have more protection than weakness.
Because then I would have taken 7 because it's the.
Oh, you're talking about like
That's
rounding
half.
it up?
Isn't that usually what happens? You round up the damage?
Take 5 and we'll go. Okay.
Take 5? Okay, we're going on break, everybody.
Yeah,
All
take
right,
5.
give me.
All right. So yeah, you'll take 5, and then Archie, you take 13 as you don't even see the flame coming. All right, Serana,
All right, I need to smack something.
smack him up.
I'm gonna use my staff and try to smack the rat.
All right, smack the rat. Light the lamp, not the rat. Light the lamp, not the rat. Muppet Christmas
Okay.
Carol, anybody? No.
Yes.
I know, I've seen it so many times, but I forgot that scene.
Yeah, it's where Gonzo's lighting the lamps and
He
he
lights-
accidentally lights his tail. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
I quote
Such a good-
the Great Muppet Caper all the time. With that specific line of, "What color are their hands now?" Every time. Okay, sorry. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That is a hit. Roll your damage.
It is. Okay. So D4 plus.
D4 for what?
So why would that be a D4?
What you're using your staff, right?
Right. A D8?
D8, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Plus your strength, which is 2. So
Okay. That's an 8. Total.
awesome. And what do you want to do with the other 2 actions that you got?
Let me look at where we're at. Hold on.
And let me know when you want to use your guidance. Though I guess that would have used the guidance, Archie. You have to use it for the next roll, I think.
Double checking.
Anyway,
No,
I'm just
it
gonna
doesn't
keep
have-
whacking
doesn't
at
have to
this
be
guy.
The first one.
all right, roll it again. What it does
Okay.
not have to be. Okay, so I would suggest using your guidance for this one then.
Oh, actually.
It does
I-
say next roll, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't say next roll. But
Oh.
I can only do it once per target per hour.
Oh,
Which you already gave guidance at the beginning, and I
already
used
gave
it.
you guys
So.
guidance
yeah.
at the
All right.
It's fine.
Interesting.
16 plus 7, so this is...
16 plus 7?
Yep.
Did you minus your 5?
Minus 5 because it's an extra action.
Mhm. So that's
hold
an
on.
18, but that still hits, actually. So go ahead and
Yeah,
write it down.
okay. Three, 5.
5 damage. It's looking a little shaky after a couple of whacks from the big stick. Alright. Alright. So, let's move on then, unless you want to do something else. Do you have a one action spell? Anything? No?
I'm out of first level spell slots, and I don't have any cantrips that are...
Okay.
So.
Everybody's gonna get Inspire Courage, or, yeah, from
Oh.
Kimberly.
Can you remind us what that does, please?
Yeah.
+1 to attacks, saves, and damage.
Cool.
All right. And then she's gonna reload, and well, we're gonna try and shoot that rat. Help you out there, Serana. And miss. All right.
Ooh.
Okay. And the rat's coming after you, Serana. That is definitely going to hit.
Even with her +1 from
Even
my
with my
game?
+1?
Yes. It rolled an 18 on the die, so yeah, it's definitely
Well,
gonna hit you.
my AC is 18, but the +1 is a 19. Oh wait, no,
It-
that's a hit. Is it? Oh, never mind.
It has
I
a +8 to attack, so.
I'm gonna shush now.
So that is 4 damage, and you're taking 1 persistent.
So
you
with
catch,
my-
you catch on fire.
With my temp hit points, those 3 go away, and I take only 1 damage.
Correct. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So
+5, so 19 would hit you again for 6 more points, and another persistent. So you'll take 2 persistent on your turn.
okay, you said another -6. I'll figure that out. Math will math.
Math will math. Malafalao.
Do, 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 do.
My math will math.
What's happening?
We're having strokes.
So
It's
much.
fine. What's happening?
Alright, and last attack by the Cinderia. Miss. Alright. Moving on to Deacon.
Deacon takes 1 persistent fire damage.
Yes.
And then, is that, oh, you did it, cool. Is this area right here, difficult terrain, or can he move on that?
It is difficult terrain, but, I mean, you can still move on it.
And his speed is 30 feet, I assume?
Because, honestly, like, stepping from here to here, that wouldn't be an issue.
Oh, perfect. Then he will do that.
Okay.
He'll move here, get that sweet, sweet flanking. And
have a
unless he
good
needs,
flank.
does he need a thing to flank, or does it just get it from being there?
Nope, just get it from being there. The The fire is flat-footed, as best as yeah.
I don't know if that'll give me bonuses, but you know, Deacon does what Deacon does and slashes twice.
Slash.
30 to hit.
That
Tell me that's a crit.
is a crit.
Yes!
Draw me that
Alright.
crit card.
Let's see. He's wielding a great sword, so it's a slashing weapon. Triple damage. Crit
Okay.
effect. Crit effect. The target must succeed at a fortitude save or die.
What?
Because it's called decapitation.
Oh my god! Yay!
All right, fortitude save.
I literally
succeeds.
can't breathe.
But go ahead
No.
and roll the triple damage.
Okay, I will.
Or
because
yeah.
this is. The damage in that attack is weird. I'm just gonna roll once in here, re-rolling
yeah,
the damage.
go for it. Yeah.
8 damage.
So do you want to just add those
So-
together?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Because that will finish it anyway. For 34 points of damage? Yes. No decapitation necessary, as Deacon's large sword just comes down and cleaves the fire creature in twain. The flames try to recoalesce, but are just dispersed. Too weak to reform.
So Deacon and I took that thing out and just like each of us hit it
hits.
like once.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's freaking awesome.
And then Deacon is going to use his last action to move here and give Serana that sweet flanking.
Okay. Sounds good. Ahira.
Wow. I'm gonna shoot my needle spear at the cinder rat and use spell strike with, I think, phase bolt is the cantrip I'm using.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Alright, let's see.
Roll it.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 27.
What is happening on this?
Yes. I am so here for it.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, do you want the piercing or the spell critical?
What is?
Because you use spell strike, right?
Yes. What is the spell script critical?
Actually, I'm going to. Oh no. I am going to. This one's a tough one. So, piercing is the muscle is muscle severed. It's normal damage, and until healed, the target is clumsy 3 and enfeebled 3. So that means a -3 to pretty much all of its physical actions.
Okay.
Ouch.
The
But
spell
it's normal
one,
damage.
yeah. Funny Bone, it would do double the spell's damage, because that's typical. The target laughs uncontrollably until the end of its next turn. While laughing, it is slowed 1 and can't use reactions.
That's funny. The -3 might be better. I don't know.
Probably.
If it doesn't die.
But double, yeah.
I mean,
So
you
I
won't,
don't
you
think-
won't kill it, but
Yeah.
you'll definitely.
Yeah. What's my? How do I find my spellcasting modifier? What is that? Intelligence? What's my spellcasting ability modifier? I don't know why.
It's your intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence modifier.
So. Okay, so that's 5 piercing damage, and then from the spell, and then 1d6. Oh, only 1 damage. So 6 damage total, I think. But it's -3 on everything else.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that's rough. All right.
And then for my third and final action, I want to go into Arcane Cascade.
Arcane Cascade. I love it.
If the rat lasts that long.
I know, right? Well, let's see. We're going back up to Archie.
Archie, looking at this rat, is getting excited.
Maybe I can get the final blow on something, finally.
Something.
And he's going to Divine Lance. He sort of waves his hand towards the rat in a chopping motion, and one of the little panes of glass inside the lantern that's always with him shoots out, spinning towards the thing.
All right.
This is a...
I believe that is a
range
spell
attack.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. That actually, let me do some calculations here with the clumsy 3. That will actually hit. Actually, so it is concealed, so okay, you succeed.
Okay, cool. That is... 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. He's not dead yet.
Oh, but he wants to go on the cart.
I'm not dead yet.
You'll be dead in a minute. Bring out the dead. Anything else, Archie?
Oh, I do have an extra action, don't I?
Don't you?
Oh, yes. One singular additional action for Archibald.
Quite.
I don't know. I'll move like here.
Okay. Awesome. Then it's field fire. Serana, can you finish this? Finish him.
Finish him. I'm gonna try to bonk him with my staff.
I'm going to heal him with a shaft.
I'm just gonna bonk him right in the head. Unless I
Alright.
miss.
Hit it.
I'm gonna poke him with a stick.
That's a 16 to hit.
That is absolutely a hit.
Okay. That's 7 damage.
All right.
Oh wait, do I get any pluses for flanking? I don't think I do.
You do, actually.
Ooh.
Remember, you do take 2 fire damage from your persistent.
Yeah.
But
I'm
your
wounded.
blows rain down on this creature of cinder and fire, and like you're putting out a campfire, just beat it into the ground, where it eventually just stops smoking. Alright, Deacon is going to roll around a bit and put out his fire so he's not taking any more damage.
Same.
I
don't
thought
like
this would be
those
one
fire
big
creatures.
burn for like ever. Sorry, what'd you say?
I don't like fire.
I'm not a fan of the fire either. I do not feel good, and she's just gonna sit.
How bad is Serana looking?
We are under half.
Okay, that's
Okay.
it. Everyone gather around.
Akira's looking weary as well.
Yeah, we need some. Ow! Oh!
And Archie is like just completely. He looks like a mad scientist who had an explosion in a lab with that line of fire just black all of. His hair just wah.
What's left of his hair?
Yeah.
Just a little.
All right, everybody, center the room. This is definitely worth it.
And he's going to focus for a second, and he focuses. He opens his eyes and spreads his arms out, hands completely splayed, and all of the panes of glass in the lantern disconnect and fly around the party, and little beams of light go towards everyone from every angle, just targeting every single wound, cut, burn, everything. And he's going to do a triple action heal.
Ooh.
And he's going to target himself with this as well.
Okay.
Good.
'Cause
Now his healing is reduced.
by 2
Okay.
for himself.
Yep.
So everyone heals 1d8 plus 8. And I will roll that. 5 plus 8. Everyone heals 13.
Nice. Deacon's back up to full.
Akira is not.
I'm not either, but it's fine. I can handle it from now.
Yes,
Neither
me
is
too.
Archie.
All right. Tell you what. Let me just take a normal look at those wounds. You mind if I do something a little risky?
Who are you talking to?
Both of you.
I mean,
I think we should just take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap right here. And she's just gonna lay down. You can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna
I think Serana might need it more than me. I'm only a little hurt still. Like,
Okay.
for your information, I have 36 hit points, and that just healed me up to 29. So
Okay.
I was less than half, but I wasn't like. That's why I said she was looking weary and not really hurting. So Serana seems worse. Definitely.
I am at 27 of 39, so I'm around the same as you.
Okay.
So we're
both-
fine. I
This
just want
is
to go to
weird.
sleep.
Archie should not have the most hit points out of everyone, but he does.
You're also the oldest, so.
That's true, and Constitution's my highest score, so.
What is mine?
So do
Alright,
you want
so
to actually
mine's
sit
also
down and sleep for a bit,
Constitution.
or?
Well, do we think it's safe in here?
No.
We keep watch.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to be safe anywhere. Is it?
Well, we dealt with the threat in this particular room. I'm not sure what other threats are in the adjacent rooms, but I mean, we could barricade.
We could. Or we could keep watch. I don't know what's best. I don't
Well, I
want
mean,
to be trapped
that would
in
be
here
in
either.
conjunction with barricading.
Right, and we got plenty
I
of
don't-
stuff in here to barricade with.
As long as we can take it apart and keep moving. I don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, we'll just move some crates and barrels in front of the hallways and call it good.
Okay. All right. So you'll gather what remaining wood and pieces of crates and barrels that you can that are still solid, because much of the wood in here has deteriorated and falls apart in your hands. But there's a few pieces that will provide at least noise if somebody tries to go through it. And I assume you're going to settle in for a rest.
A rest.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, I think we can go ahead and break there. And as our delvers will settle down for a rest, much needed rest to recover their spells, recover some hit points, and so they can continue searching through the vault. Thank you, everybody who's been watching this particular and I hope exciting episode of the Facite Stories from Parasande, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition TTRPG actual play campaign. This has been a lot of fun for me because I like watching these delvers and adventurers going through and exploring these little areas and encounters that I've set up.
All the death that
really
you've hidden
fun
in this dungeon, yes.
Oh, yes.
So much.
This is a lovely room of death. Call back to an old Jim Carrey movie. Old. Anyway, thank you again so much for everybody who stuck with us and watched us tonight. I have been your humble game mistress, Winter. Again, you can find me at gmistresswinter on Instagram and Twitter, and over at Cybernation Uncensored for the next couple of Thursdays as we finish out our Star Trek Adventures game. We are also going to be expanding our offerings here on this channel as well. Specifically, I want to start running one-shots, mini modules every other Tuesday. So if you are interested, then go to our Twitter, join our Discord, and you can fill out a player application to sign up for one of those one-shots, mini campaigns, things like that. Because I have all these ideas that I want to get out there and I want to run, and I just need players to do it. We also have some other people in our community who want to run one-shots and mini campaigns as well, and I would love to offer the space for them to be able to do that. So, and again, we will need players for all that too. Anyway, that has been our session. Let me go ahead and give our players a chance to outro themselves, and then we'll wish you good night, starting with Abby.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby Marie Carter. I played Ahira tonight. You can catch me back here on Mistress Winter's Court, playing Ahira again next Monday, and potentially when the other one-shots and stuff start happening on this channel, I will definitely put my name in to be picked as a player. I love this stuff, but right now you can find me here on Mondays, and that's about it. You can also find me on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter. And yes, thank you so much for watching. It's been great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. You can find all of my stuff, whatever I'm doing, whatever's happening in my life, over on Twitter at okayest__DM. I do the YouTubes. I'm making a TTRPG. Everything has been a ton of fun, and I have difficulty not doing things. That's the real problem, because everything
Right?
is amazing.
I know. It's just like you want to do all the things, but then you
I
realize,
just-
oh, I'm drowning now.
Yep. I'm right there with you. Anyway, that's me. I
yeah.
played Archie tonight. It was a ton of fun, and I'll be here next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dennis, and thank you for running tech. I really appreciate you taking that on. And the music is also provided through Dennis from what's the channel?
Michael Gelfi Studios. All of their stuff. Well, 90% of their stuff, which is still like almost 1,000 things, is on YouTube for free. You can just for the longest time, since before I was a content creator, I've been just throwing, their ambiences up on the TV while I run home games. It's been amazing. If you can think of a scenario, Michael Gelfi Studios has the perfect ambience for it. It's amazing.
Wonderful. And I'm always on the lookout for free music. Music and ambiance is so vital to the stories that I like to put out there, because I think it just draws both the players and the audience in. So I'm always on the lookout for good music. I also use Fabler by Foreteller, and I am also a patron of Tabletop Audio, who also does ambiance and music, and they are for free as well, as long as you credit them. So and always credit your artists.
Oh,
we want to get their names out there and give credit where credit is due. Absolutely. But thank you, Dennis. And finally, and absolutely not least, Joe.
Hello, I'm Joe, and I played Serana tonight, and you can find me on most social medias at Happy2, or MojoJojo2624, or a variation of 6, 2, and 4 on pretty much anything. It's like they're my favorite numbers or something. And on Sundays, I am in episode reruns. There's the words. I got it. Reruns of Spells and Storycraft's Spelljammer campaign. And it is freaking amazing. And we are currently, I don't know, we're not halfway through the last season, but we're getting there, and it's good. It's really good. And if you want to see the mechanics of a wizard barbarian in action, that is the place to go for it, my friends.
Just saying those words
yeah.
together still makes me giggle.
Yeah.
I trust me, I'll send you her sheet. She's weird. But she's great. She likes glitter. Anyway, that's me.
The herpes of the craft world. I love it.
Listen.
Oh,
But that's me.
Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. And yes, we do have several channels that we recommend in our recommended channels. I think it's down below the stream information. So go check them out. I think we have Cyber Nation Uncensored. We've got Heroes and Hooligans, Spells and Spellcraft, and a couple others. So, but anyway, that is all the time that we have for tonight. Thank you again. We love you. We hope you have a good week and a good weekend. And I think we have Easter weekend next weekend, so we'll have to figure out if we're going to be playing. It's not next weekend. It's the
Easter's next month.
It's
Not-
2
2 weeks from now.
the second
Yeah.
week. Okay. No, I mean next weekend is next month, so.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not
So,
Easter
so don't
weekend.
mess with me.
That's the following week.
Yeah,
It's still not Easter
yes,
weekend, though.
yeah. So we will let you know if there are any changes to our schedule, but we hope you will join us again next Monday so that we can reclaim our Mondays with another episode of The Facite. Until then, may the dice roll ever in your favor. Have a good night.